Okay, we have another breakdown. Today we have myself here in the white, and we have one of Val's students here. He's a brown belt named Mo, and Mo's actually very good. I mean, you'll see here in this breakdown, it's really good passing, really good pressure. So all around, very good brown belt. We're gonna start standing here. I just want to do a breakdown on it because this was a good back and forth. You're going to see me doing my stand-up's a little different, I think, than traditional wrestling. I try to really focus on inside position, so a lot of Greco, and then I've been studying a lot more judo as of lately, and it just seems like to me that it's easier on my body. Judo seems to be a little more when you get good at it, and I'm not great at it yet, but tends to be a little easier on the body as long as you're not getting thrown, and and a little more can be a little more effortless, with foot sweeps and things like this. So I'll see if I can start the breakdown here and see if we can kind of break down what's happening here. Okay, so underhook, overhook, pretty standard. He has a hold of my wrist. I don't mind if he has a hold of my wrist too much here, as long as I can pull move my hand left to right. I feel okay here. I tried to do a little foot sweep. You didn't see it there, but this right foot tried to sweep, try to get a little sweep on the Mo's left leg here. I do that when we're kind of side by side. This usually won't necessarily produce a sweep. It can, but it's more just to get them off balance, maybe back off or pull away a little bit. With a tie up. So he goes for an underhook. It's great. And I've been liking feeding my inside leg here to allow a single. So I like when people grab a single when I'm on the side here, either with an underhook or an overhook. I find this useful as an easy entry for like an uchimata or hip tosses. I find it easy because generally when you put a leg there, somebody's going to grab it. So as long as I perform it correctly, you can pull it off. If you don't, then obviously single leg wins. So same position we were just in. We're in a side by side position. So right here, you see me kind of posture. I was going to go for an uchimata, but my leg's on the outside here. So we kind of end up in this like standing dog fight. He has a much better position than I do because he has the inside position, the underhook. And my head is low here, and he's already leaning in. So he's able to get me to the ground here. But I keep turning. I still try to get my leg in the center and keep that whizzer to try to turn and to get back up. And so I was able to get back up, and we were to disconnect a little bit. That was good on Mo. He did a good job there, really getting a better angle than me. So see, I do a little foot sweep there, not because I'm actually going to get the sweep necessarily, but it gets Mo to step back a little bit. And when they're step back, you can see the heads over the foot here. And sometimes I'll try to do a snap down, but Mo's got a big neck, so I don't really try it with him. So when I go into the side, I try to chop into the leg, and he takes the underhook again. This is why we keep getting into this position, because I keep taking my right foot, and I keep trying to sweep to his left foot. And this kind of opens me up here. But it allows me to have a whizzer and to get my hips in front. And so this is what I want. So right here you see me going for an uchimata again. So there's the uchimata, and my leg's center now this time. But what's really important is my hamstring placement. Okay, boom. So it worked this time. We went up and over, and it looks like I'm falling into a back step here. I could go into a leg position honey hole. But Mo's pretty aware of this when it happens. You'll see that I'm in a back step here, but I'm not balancing. He's using that underhook to bridge and possibly turn me over here. But I'm able to stop the bridge and then post over to try to go to mount. I think I end up in half guard here. We may go off camera here for a second, but Mo does achieve the half guard, and I'm sticking in this. You can't really see here, but with my left arm, I've been working on my one-arm guillotines lately, and just kind of randomly focusing on them a little more because I used to use them a lot, and I haven't used them in a long time. So I'm using that as a kind of a weapon here to possibly get a submission, but again, it'd be very difficult to tap Mo here with this just a one-arm guillotine. It's a pretty hard move to pull off with especially at the skill level of a brown belt. But you can still pull it off. So I have the overhook here, and I'm really using this technically as a threat to kind of unwind my legs because I have really good top connection, and I want to get my legs out of the way so that way I can pass. So I fall to my side here to free my leg, and then I post back up on top. And this is fine because this allows Mo to get to turtle, and so now we're in a turtle position here. I got a head and arm. I switch over to the back. Mo has to be careful. Yeah, so I was about to say Mo's doing the right thing with his right hand here, stopping the second hook from coming in. The bottom hook, the left hook is already in. But the problem is I have a seat belt. I switch to this underhook to grab the shoulder because I really want to prevent him from going in this direction over here. I want to keep him in this this twister back control position that's starting to happen. So Mo's doing a good job here, doing the right thing. He has his right arm here, and he's blocking this leg and peeling that second hook off so that I can't have it. This is done. You'll watch at high level, ADCC and places like this now. This is pretty standard stuff. To prevent the second hook, you can actually use your hand to catch it and throw it over. Just be gotta be careful not to get that arm trapped. But with Mo's angle right here, his head's down to the mat. He's okay to do this here, and his hips are up. If you notice here, his hips are up. Only thing that's keeping my position right now technically is the seat belt here. I got a hook there, but the seat belt that's really. And this is why I'm trying to get so close to him here. I'm trying to get ear to ear, so that way there's no space for him to get his back to the mat. So some hand fighting here. I always say it's just general rule, whoever's hands on top wins. So if I get my hands on top, I'm in control. If Mo gets his hands on top, he's in control. So I have one control right here. This is usually guaranteed. And then Mo usually, the person that with their back taken, their hand should be controlling the choking hand. So it looks like it is. He's on the inside though. And he's still addressing that hook, which is good because this allows his hips to move. But the problem is now is that I've switched to a twister back control. So now I figure forward just his thigh. So I gave up on the second hook and just decided to go to a figure four here. I did this a lot when I was a brown belt in the gi, and I would train gi all the time. This was one of my favorite back positions to be in because there's so many attacks. You have twister, obviously. You have truck positions, leg locks, hammer locks. You just have a lot of things. Banana splits. You have a lot of things you can pull off here. And it's a good transition position too. So I was thinking about a hammer lock right here because I already kind of have it set up, but Mo's pretty familiar with this, but trying to stick his arm behind his back. I generally do this now. I don't fight too hard to get the hammer lock. I actually I like to take the wrist and put it behind their back. Once it's behind their back, then I feel they're substantially weaker, and it's not going to be so easy for Mo to get his arm out here. So now that arm is trapped and this other leg technically is trapped here, then I feel like it can possibly start to work because I have a free arm, which you can see right there. So I have my free arm and I'm trying to get control of the second leg. And it gives me time. We have time here. Mo's not in immediate danger. He's kind of stuck, and I'm not in any immediate danger necessarily, and have time to think about what I want to do. You see me? We're both kind of thinking about what we want to do here. But he kind of forgets his leg here. So I think I remember this. I think I tap him here with a calf slicer. It's a pretty basic calf slicer from truck position. And the only reason why I did that is because Mo left his leg bent. Usually guys will really keep this leg stiff, and this makes it very difficult to pull off a calf slicer. I mean, it does allow me to expose their back a little more, but it does expose a calf slicer. And you can tell where I'm grabbing on the toes. That really matters. I grab on the toes, not on the the foot itself. This gives me more leverage. So there's a slice, and it's very important my shin be straight across behind the knee. All right, so that was round one. I think we did like a 5 or 6 minute roll, and so now I can see to seated position and play some guard. I was going to start to pass, so this will be good. So Mo is immediately going into headquarter position. Every time I roll with Mo, he tends to favor this position. He likes this pressure passing or this type of headquarters position. I don't mind someone playing headquarters against me. I have kind of a system I use to deal with body locks and pressure passing and headquarters position. So there's some things that I kind of watch out for that we might see here. Really focus on my right hand over here, my right arm. Let's see what it does. So controlling posture, have a hook, and Mo may actually pass here. No, because I had the hook. So now I'm in a reverse de la Riva position. So now I'm in the reverse de la Riva position. This is a completely different situation now. Mo has to be very careful that once I get to reverse de la Riva position, we all kind of know you don't want to pressure forward too fast because then I can spin under because of the dragon type of position and I can spin to the back. So we just got to be careful of that. And sometimes this can be forced. Like this position can be forced by the person on bottom, by this left arm, and by my left knee really kicking Mo over here over my head. So we'll see what happens here. Mo's trying to pull up that leg, and then right there. So now I got him over the head, overcommitted. I'm going to spin under. Mo doesn't mind this position too much because he's already falling to his side here, which is, correct. It's down his side. So technically I have two hooks on the back here. Problems he's going to run into now is that I think I recall I switched to this ankle lock. Bang. So as soon as I come forward and now I have an ankle lock on the leg, there's no more, you can't stand up here. I mean, if you can do the splits, you can, which I've had guys do. But you can hold the ankle, and I can come forward now because his foot is effectively off the ground. One of the beautiful positions about having an ankle lock grip is the amount of control you can actually have. Not just doing a simple ankle lock, but the keeping the foot off the ground. It's very, very useful. And it appears it'll be a leg drag. Almost a leg drag. That's generally what I like to do is try to get to a leg drag, but Mo did a good job recovering. Now I just kind of turn, step around to try to get into a leg drag position, which it is. So now I'm in a leg drag position. I generally will always fall to my side here, or fall to the knees in this position, or to my butt, because I'm trying to put the idea of I want to go for a leg lock with Mo. So I could pass or I could go for a leg lock. So I want to create some sort of dilemma, especially for higher level belts, just kind of play this in-between position. So I sometimes talk about in-between positions, and this is certainly one of them. So I could go for a leg lock here if Mo doesn't react. And if Mo does react, I'm going to come forward and go for the pass. The reason why I immediately sit is because it's always this top leg that's going to pummel in. And then he'll be able to pummel this leg in, and then I'm back into his butterfly or his half guard. So you can see that this top leg is pushing away, and I'm starting to fall away. And Mo needs to be very careful that I don't throw this left leg over and start to get to honey hole position, which I decided to do because Mo was not reacting. I felt that Mo wasn't reacting enough to my leg threat, and so I felt that I had enough time to go to a leg position. Okay, so the reason why that worked is because my right leg threw over. So if you notice my grip here, I have a false grip on the leg. I don't need a gable, anything better than this. Renegade choke grip, heel assisted butterfly grip, genie grip. Gable. I don't need any of these grips. The false grip is good enough, and the reason why is because this right leg's going to come over and stop Mo from spinning. Bang. So once the right leg pops over, if Mo were to really try to force this spin, I'm actually going to go belly down, and this could potentially cause a problem. And notice I also have control. I also have a grip on that second leg too with my left hand. So this really it can stop a spin, but it certainly does slow the spin, which allows this action to happen. Okay, so heel hook. This was good. So I'm going to play. So I'm going to play the guard again. Mo steps over into headquarters. And again, if you watch this right arm, I'm always framing here. And he can control the arm, but here's the deal. a lot of guys don't recognize this. When I'm framing on the shoulder here, and I'm framing just to try to create space, when Mo commits his left arm to pinning this hand down, which a lot of guys do, you start to lose any kind of base that you have over in this direction. Because look at my left arm clamping onto this leg here. If I start to really use this right hook, I'm going to off base, throw him off base. He needs this left arm to actually be trying to, close distance, kill this frame, try to get a cross face. It just takes him a little off balance. And when he commits his hand here, it's like it's not so easy for him to progress. So effectively, he's killed my frame, but then he's stuck trying to keep it, so he can so that he can somehow progress. And now he switched the grip. And I'm holding the tricep here because I'm considering throwing this leg over and maybe going to a 600 straight arm or something. Plus, the pressure passing has kind of stopped here. He isn't really driving hard into the position. Switch sides. This is good. That was a good switch. Now I'm trying to fight for inside position. So Mo is effectively passed, it appeared. So now it's going to be very important that I keep my hands, both my arms to the inside, and deny any sort of inside position from Mo. So this may be a good example of, I'm going to go into what we call the Panda system. And so this will be interesting to see if Mo can break through. So Mo steps over. He's trying to attack the arm. I'm fighting again for inside position. I like that Mo's grabbing the foot here. This is something I like to do as well. This really kind of stops it can impede the bridge. So, when you've got guys that are really good at bridging and turning their shoulder in and, going to turtle here, it can be useful to grab this leg. Plus, if they're not careful, you can actually drag this foot all the way up here. And, guys that aren't flexible, that could cause a problem. Luckily, I'm pretty flexible in this spot, so you can put my foot all the way to my butt or my back here, and I'm fine. I can't bridge, though, so that's good. So Mo's going to switch and step over to the other side. I like how he did that. Got the foot, turned to the other side. That was really smooth. He's trying to get a body lock. I'm still denying the inside position, even though that arm's there. I'm falling on top of that arm. So he either has to release this. If he doesn't get position with his legs, he's going to have to release that arm. But notice where my hands are here. I'm never taking my hands up in any kind of way or out. And now, try to go to the inside. I'm trying to get to the inside hook. He recognizes that. He clamps it down. My arm is also on this side. It also has the inside position, and it looks like I'm going for a shoulder pinch now. Now this shoulder pinch, it appears to be on the, I don't know if it's on the wrong side, but it appears to be. So I'm going for a shoulder pinch here, and if you notice my right foot here is starting to produce a hook. So if Mo really commits to this position, there is a potential for me to actually use this hook and use this shoulder pinch to roll him over in this direction. As long as he keeps his weight center here, it won't happen. I don't have the right angle for it. But it does allow me to get him connected to me so that I can possibly start to elevate him over my head and start to produce something. Yep, so now he's got my elbows up. And it's because I went for a shoulder pinch. If I didn't go for the shoulder pinch, I could have stayed in Panda position. But now he's effectively on the inside between my elbow and my armpit. Now he's got to the inside. Doing a bit of mother's milk here, trying to suffocate me. Looks like he got to mount, it appears he's in mount. So now I'm going to have to produce an escape. So I've lost all position. He passed, he got past my Panda, and now he's in mount. And he's crushing my face here. I've lost inside position. It looks like he's trying to free his leg, but I got his leg back into half. A little bit of leg game going on here. So now, right now, my whole strategy, because Mo is so high here, I'm trying to really kick him even higher. A good rule of thumb, too, is when guys are really driving forward, in any kind of situation, overcommit them in that direction. Even when standing and playing guard, all these things. If you're playing guard, or especially when you're playing guard, it's one tool you can actually use. It's not always the right answer, but you can always try to overcommit the person in the direction that they're going. So if somebody's going to my right, I'm going to push them really hard to my right, and this can produce positions where I can get back to inside or create a scramble. So Mo did a good job. He got his legs out of there. Now he's in side control. Got the arm wrapped. Got the arm isolated. So this is looking good for Mo. I shrimp to get on my side. And I'm going to bring my knee up right here. Generally, when I get in this position, I try to bring my leg up to cover my elbow. And then I straighten my arm. I just stiff my arm here, and I put it under my leg. I don't bother grabbing my leg really anymore because I'd rather keep a straight arm as much as I can. And I like to have my right knee retracting to my chest to cover my arm. If you notice, Mo is really trying to get the separation here. But as long as I keep my arm stiff and I don't bend it, because the bend will actually cause a problem, and I keep my arm straight and keep my leg on top, this should keep me fairly safe for now. Okay, so Mo almost had it back when he ripped it back, but my leg is in the way, and this is why I put my leg in the way. Okay. So see, my hand is staying stiff, and it's under my own leg. So it makes it hard for Mo to pull my arm out when my leg is in the way. Plus, I'm trying to go belly down. I'm angled belly down, so this is like a bit of a running man position. It just makes the angle awkward. So Mo had it, but then I switched back to like a hawking position. So I'm trying to gain my inside position back. I'm trying to sit up. He still has inside position. You can see with his right arm here. It's like he's trying to get a hook. Good. I like that he threw that hook in. That's nice. Good. He pulls me to the side. He has 2 hooks in. I free 1 hook. So right here, I was able to I like this escape. I take my right leg and I can scoop behind the Achilles here. So I put my shoelaces on his Achilles and I can start to kick this leg out so that my bottom leg here can slide over top. So we'll see if I can pull it off. So watch the feet here. I didn't pull it off. And notice how I'm twisting my head to the side here. This makes I never want to be in alignment, spinal alignment with Mo here. So look how far away our heads are from each other. This is what I'm trying to do. It doesn't mean Mo can't get this back. He can. He can reach over with his right hand, go across my head and pull me back the other direction, which people do all the time. But I'm making it very difficult just by creating this arch, this angle right here. And my foot position didn't work. But now what I'm trying to do is control the arms, or get my hand in control of one arm so I can keep my back kind of getting flat on the mat here, and I can keep my neck turned. Okay, so Mo recognized the position is being lost, and he decides to go to mount, which is classic. I recognize the mount is coming, obviously, and so I'm trying to go to a baby bridge here and try to go to face down. Try to get my hands back to the inside, but no need to because I have the leg. Now I shrimp, and I'm back into a half guard position. I'm inverting as I would like a reverse de la Riva because Mo is a little overcommitted here, and I go right back to the back position to this Kiss of the Dragon. And we'll see how Mo deals with this. So now I have 2 hooks to the back side here. And you may see the ankle grab again here. So boom, right there. So I did the same move again. Grab the ankle and start to post up. I should win this scramble majority of the time because, again, Mo's foot is off the ground here. And I really like what Mo did here. He grabbed my foot and he spun through, which got him out. It was great. That was actually really good. I didn't expect that. So now we're back to guard. Okay, so that was bad. So Mo got a little, so he did really good here. Boom, he spun, got out here. Watch my feet, how they switch here. So right there. So I had like a bit of a half guard, but now my left hand is hooking this Mo's far leg. But my left foot's going behind and my right foot's going to cross over. So I have to be careful. So it's this position. So notice how my hand switched. So now I'm in this like reverse de la Riva, but it's a bit of a false reap, potentially false reap position. But this is effectively reverse X. There should be alarm bells going off right here for Mo, and I'm sure he was. He just wasn't expecting my hips to shoot in. Boom. So hips shoot in, and my knees go up. So one more time, just so you can see it, because the hips, it's important how my hips, bink, boom. And then my knees immediately shoot to the ceiling. And what this does is it steals his hip. It takes his hip, and it turns that corner. And notice how his leg it's wedged between my thigh and my ribs here. And then as long as I turn this direction, potentially his foot is going to eventually come off the ground, and I'm going to be able to dig the heel. Use my second arm to grab the heel, and now I have basically a false grip. So that was a shoot into a honey hole position. So that was it. That was actually very good. Very good roll. Mo's actually very good, and that was an interesting breakdown. He did really good passing, pressure passing, and did some very unexpected things during the roll that were actually really good. So I learned something, so that's good. So that'll be it for this one. We'll have another one this week sometime. All right, thanks.